Once upon a time, in the heart of a dark, dank swamp, lived a small girl. She was not older than 7 years old, with her mossy green eyes and a nose she hoped to grow into. This little girl was known as Morag. She could often be seen stuffing her face with wild berries and engaging in conversations with frogs, or any creature that would spare her a moment. The tale of how Morag came to inhabit the swamp was shrouded in mystery, and a tale best saved for another time and place. For now, only her present and future mattered. A cruel fate seemed to have placed such a young child in the swamp without family, yet this fate was destined to change with a single chance encounter that would forever alter her life. One day, while having lunch with her dearest frog friend Doris, Morag heard a faint whisper. "Are you all right, my dear?" the soft voice inquired. Intrigued and curious, Morag slowly turned around to find a tall man before her, sporting a prominent mustache and a dapper haircut. Beside him knelt a woman, the source of the voice. The man reassured, "It's okay, honey. Don't be afraid. Are you lost? Have you lost your parents?" Morag approached the couple, her curiosity piqued, and her berries forgotten in fascination. The woman slipped off her gloves and carefully placed them in her back pocket before reaching a hand out for Morag. In return, she reached out and placed her small, stained hand on the woman's. "It's all right, dear. What's your name?" the woman asked with a heartwarming smile. "My name is Morag. This is my home, and this is my friend Doris," Morag replied, pointing to a small spotted frog on a log. The couple exchanged puzzled glances. "What do you mean this is your home, darling? You're but a child. You shouldn't be alone in a place like this," the man said, his tone tinged with confusion. Morag shrugged her shoulders. After a brief pause, the woman said brightly, "Well, my name is Agnes, and this is my husband Humphrey. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Morag, and your little friend Doris." Her voice filled with a gentle giggle. Doris let out a loud croak almost in reply, and Morag took that as her friend's approval. From that chance encounter, their friendship sparked and deepened. Agnes and Humphrey became frequent visitors, bringing food, and most importantly, storybooks. Throughout their visits, Morag learned to read and write, but her true delight lay in the enchanting tales of kings, queens, princes, and princesses. To Agnes and Humphrey, Morag was a precious addition to their lives, the child they had always longed for but couldn't have due to their demanding work. "Do you think I'll ever be a princess?" Morag once asked, a pondering charm lighting up her face. Agnes responded playfully, "Yes, I think you just might. Just remember, don't go kissing any frogs." Humphrey chimed in with a knightly tone, "Indeed, Queen Agnes, Morag shall be a princess." Their laughter joined the chorus of the swamp as they basked in their shared warmth. Years rolled by, and their bond remained unbreakable. One day, Agnes gently broached the subject of Morag leaving the swamp to live with them in the city. Morag hesitated, feeling an unexplainable tie to the swamp, an intangible sense that everything was right as it was. This had been her home as long as she could remember. "It's all right, my bonny wee darling. I understand. You don't need to explain," Agnes assured, her smile as warm as ever. Morag's eyes welled up with tears, and Agnes consoled her, offering a heartfelt gift. She removed her necklace and placed it in Morag's hand. "Wear this as a token of our love for you. It's a reminder that we're always with you, even when we can't visit during the winters. She offered to put it around Morag's neck, and since that moment, the necklace felt like a constant, gentle hug. She swore to never take it off. Time passed, and their bond deepened further. Yet, as years went by, age caught up with Agnes and Humphrey. Visiting Morag's swamp became increasingly challenging. Over a meal of Agnes's famous beans, the family shared stories. The topic of Morag leaving the swamp resurfaced. Morag, it's been a while since we asked, but considering our old age, would you consider coming to live with us in the city? Agnes broached the subject once more, her smile still radiant despite the years. Morag's initial calm facade faltered, and her mind raced with uncertainty. What does she mean, old age? Are they not well? Do they not want me anymore? A storm of thoughts brewed within Morag. Overwhelmed, the storm erupted and she snapped, "If you don't want me, just say it. Leave me alone. I need to be alone." Agnes attempted to reach out, but Morag recoiled. "No! Leave me be. I don't want you here. You clearly don't want me. I can't deal with this." Agnes and Humphrey respected Morag's wish for solitude. As the couple painfully walked away, Morag's anger dissolved into a sea of sadness. Tears streamed down her face, her heart heavy with regret. She questioned her resistance to change and yearned for things to return to the way they once were. Why did I have to yell? Why can't things go back to how they were? She mumbled to herself, grappling with the churning emotions inside her. The following day, Agnes and Humphrey were resolute and embarked on a journey to make amends and reclaim their bond with Morag. They were unwilling to abandon their cherished connection with their little princess. Tragically, fate took matters into its own hands, and the couple found themselves entangled in a violent bank robbery. An explosion shattered the city, enveloping it in a cloud of chaos and confusion. Amidst the turmoil, Agnes's life was claimed. And though efforts were made, Humphrey's body could not be recovered. Meanwhile, Morag had been waiting patiently in the swamp, keeping hope alive that her family would return. Yet doubt crept into her heart, whispering that they were never coming back and blaming her for driving them away. The passage of time dulled her optimism. Weeks bled into months, and months flowed into years. Morag's once warm heart grew cold, consumed by bitterness, regret, and doubt. The wonderful stories from her book seemed like cruel illusions. She berated herself for having believed in them, for believing in anything. Fear not, for this is not the true ending of Morag's tale. As time passed, Morag's perspective had shifted. Even venturing into the city, a gradual transformation took root within her, teaching her the true value of kindness and connection. She discovered that perhaps the fairy tales weren't entirely wrong, and that princes really do exist. However, how she discovered all of this is a story for another time. Life may not always be fair, but that doesn't mean we can't be.